Well, I've parked at Hartsop on this potentially stormy camp. I'm on my way up towards Hayeswater. After that, probably up to the Knot or maybe High Street. I'm not sure. It depends on the weather or really the wind. So Storm Isha is meant to be hitting the UK. So it's very important that today I am taking all the necessary precautions to stay safe. This doesn't just include the kind of kit that I've brought with us, but also being prepared to changing my plans to suit the weather conditions. It's really strange because I always seem to gravitate back to this area of the Lake District when the weather is bad. I believe it's because years ago, when I did my first wild camp, I camped at Angleton and then Placefell, Brock Crags, High Street, and I always seem to come back here because I feel safe here and I know my way around. As we get a little bit further up, we start to see some snow, and I did come across these ice formations on the side of the path. I wonder if they'll still be frozen on the way down. It's meant to be getting warmer. Anyway, eventually I get to the bridge where I'll be crossing over to head up towards the Knot, and then maybe it's up to High Street, depends what the weather's like, or rather the wind. Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. And I'm back out and I'm on my way up towards High Street. Been there many times, but there's a little bit of the white stuff about. It's just a nice little relaxing wild camp. Hopefully in the snow, get some nice pictures. No drone because it's going to get really windy. That there's Hayeswater. It's completely frozen over. Did I mention it was going to be windy? It doesn't feel like it at the moment. Nice, but I think I'm in a bit of a sheltered area. But it's meant to get up there, possibly up to 70 miles an hour tonight, or towards the morning. So I've got to pick the place where I'm camping really carefully. But I'm going to get up there. So this is where I begin to gain the majority of my altitude on this path on my way up to the Knot. I did keep stopping to take some pictures of the landscape. I always got good views from up here. And if we just look to the right here, you've got Rest Dodd, which I've only been to the top of once. I think I'll probably go there again in the summer and do a wild camp, but for now we're off up to the Knot. So I've noticed the snow gets a little bit deeper the higher we're getting, and this path curves round the Knot. Also just up here around the corner is another favourite summit of mine, Kitstey Pike, definitely a must do. And as you can see, there is the Knot there. But I'm off up to High Street just to touch the summit again. And there it is, High Street. That's where we're off to. At this point, the wind is definitely markedly stronger now. So I'm going to quickly get up here to High Street and then get back down and find a pitch, because it is starting to get a little bit late. Just down there you've got the valley, high rise. If I swing round, you've got the Knot, and there's a path just in between the Knot and right in the middle of the screen there's a path, but I'm away from it, so I'm going to get this tent up because it's absolutely freezing. I did try to get my tent up at this first campsite, but unfortunately the winds were just far too strong, so after packing my tent back away into my pack, I headed off a little bit further down to find somewhere a little bit more sheltered from the wind. I eventually came across the perfect place, the saddle in between rest stud and the knot behind a wall. So that's rest stud. I was up there, just up the top of there. Now I've come down this dwell to put the tent up because the wind is mental, but it's lovely and shaded up here and it's just about to get dark, so I get this tent set up. Well, it's definitely that time. 5 is in the hour. It's time for a miniature or a tipple. A couple of weeks ago, over New Year's, I was in Holland seeing the partner's family, and we went over on the ferry and we went Commodore because we're posh. And everybody knows if you go Commodore, you've got to take everything out of the fridge because you've already paid for it. So today I've got some Henkel Piccolo. I have no idea what that is. I think it's champagne, or a cheap version of. I'm not a big fan of champagne, but let's give it a go. It tastes like wine. I'm going to score that straight away. I'm going to score that straight away, and that's getting a 3 out of 10. It's pretty awful. It's awful, but kind of nice. Oh, well, I'm getting all my warm gear on, and I think I'm in the tent for the night now. I have got my tea here, which is basically it's pot noodles, 2 of them, with some gravy granules in and some mince to go in. I enjoyed it so much the last time, so that's what I'm having for my tea, but not until later. I do have some Greg's sausage rolls which I bought on the way here. I also have some bockwurst and cheese, and I've got some hula hoops. Oh yeah, the breakfast is protein porridge. I think that's about it. Oh yes, and some alcohol in the now famous flask, half a litre. Don't get the wrong idea, I don't always drink all of this. It's very rare that I do. I just probably drink about half of it, or maybe it's 2/3. I know it's bad, but. And I've got Southern Comfort in here. It's just a nice drink to drink straight, I find. I do enjoy whiskey, but Southern Comfort seems to be nicer when I'm hiking. It's just a bit of a tradition I've got. So, it's getting fairly windy now, and even where I am, I'm behind a wall, and the wind's just horrific. It's picking up all the snow, so it's basically when you go outside, it's like a snow blizzard, freezing cold, and you can hear it. It sounds like it's a shower of snow. It's not. It's just wind kicking it up. So I can't imagine what the wind's like up on High Street or where I was going to put the tent and field. I'm glad I came back down here. Anyway, so I'm in the sleeping bag, and I'm using the OEX Bus Pro bivy bag as I normally do in the winter. It just that added heat layer and waterproofness. So it's almost tea time, I didn't have any water and all streams are frozen, so I melt some snow. I melted it till it was just say melted, then I put it in my B3 filter and filtered it back into the pot. So I've got filtered fresh water there, made from snow, and that's ready to use in the jet boil. Oh, incidentally, you might notice it's getting warmer in here, and I'll tell you why, because there's no breeze coming underneath the tent, because this is snow. Snow there, that's the top snow there. Obviously the wind's that bad, it's blowing the snow against the tent and you've got to build up. I could show you, but it's pretty wild outside, that snow. So it is that cold that the normal gas isn't really working very well. So I've got it in my sleeping bag warming up. It's toasty warm now. Just seemed a little bit extreme, but it just means it'll work really well. Right, you know what? It's tea time. I hope you can hear us. I hope the lighting's okay. Very small tent. So I've been warming me gas up in my sleeping bag next to me. Well, definitely warm, which is better for get that water heated up. The weather is getting a bit wild. So I've got this quite full. I don't really want to bring it too much to the boil. I might have to turn it down just so it simmers for a little bit. I don't want it to spill over the top. There is noodles and gravy granules. The water and the mince make an excellent hot meal. So I've managed to knock that down to an amount where it's just simmering. Yes. Well, I think it's probably ready now. It's piping hot. I nearly swore there. Definitely got that down to a T. Oh, the best. Nothing better than a hot meal when you're hiking. This is going to take me half an hour to eat. There's that much. So you can probably see the line on the tent. It's about a foot of snow. About a foot of snow around the tent. Now it's either been snowing a lot or the snow's drifting against the tent, which is what I probably think it is. Yeah, it's drifting. That's mental. Wow. I'm absolutely stuffed. And I'm boiling hot now. Which is just unreal. Just shows what a good hot meal will do for you. Anyway, I've got about 2 more mouthfuls of this to go. I've got a couple of biscuits some alcohol left. I'm gonna enjoy this and I'm gonna put my head down and go to sleep. I shall see you in the morning. I'm guessing it's gonna be rough getting out of the tent in the morning, considering the snow's a foot up the tent. Guess we'll find out in the morning. So, good night. Oh, next cup of tea in the morning. Good morning. It's absolutely wild out there. I don't mind saying I'm a little bit worried. I haven't got far to go to get down. I'm just in between the knot and rest stop, behind a wall. So I'm in quite a sheltered place. But the wind's bad here now, so I can't imagine once I come out of this shelter what it's going to be like. It's still a bit dark, so I'm just having a nice cup of tea and I'm going to get packed away inside my tent as best I can. Get outside ready and then put the tent away and head off down. And we'll see what it's like outside, eh? Well, so wow, I'm back in the car. I've been changed and I'm on my way home now. Didn't do any videoing on the way down. It was absolutely horrific. I didn't get any respite from the wind, which was really strong. Unbelievable. It was pushing you along on the ice. Terrible. I don't know if those conditions are favourable for wild camping. When I got out the tent I could barely stand up, never mind get a camera out. It was just unreal. So anyway, I kind of enjoyed it. It was an experience of what not to do in the future. The last bit, getting out of the tent, getting ready and putting the tent away. I'll be surprised if I've got all my pegs. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe and leave a comment if you like. Tell us what an idiot I am. Catch you later.